Jason, I want to kind of move into the future and start kind of seeing, just the vision of where you want to kind of take things, with your company and with your agents. What's something that you're looking to accomplish in the next 12 months?
12 months. I'm really, in the last couple of months, the end of last year and this year, we started really looking at the tools we were using. We just turned 5, so we're a 5-year-old company now, and we're still using some of the same systems and tools and things that we were using. So we did a full audit of those things and how and where they're working, where they're not, where there are better alternatives, and just finished up kind of rolling out some new things. Everyone's learning to use them. It seems pretty effective. And I guess the rest of this year, my objective is really to look at our client facing things. Back to that whole technology and self-driven. We're finding that more and more people appreciate kind of those self-directed resources. So we're brainstorming all kinds of ideas, some process videos and communication pieces that kind of tie in with the stuff that we already use. So I would say that's probably completing that revamp of kind of our standard things to make not only for myself and my clients, but for all the agents, kind of more seamless.
Yeah.
We're staying on top of everything that is out there and available to us.
No, I love it. Curious, how often do you think, I think this is a great question for team leads, and broker owners like yourself. How often would you suggest an agent actually audits, their system and their business?
I mean, at least annually. We've changed a few things. We've changed a few things over the CRMs and some stuff
Sure.
over time. If you're using tools that are worthwhile, they're probably not free, right? Because you want paid for your job, so do the companies providing the best tools. And since it's not free, we tend to run into annual. My company started in January. We have a lot of subscriptions and insurance policies and things that are due, and so when we're writing those big checks once a year, that's usually when we kind of look at all those expenses and make sure they're the right things, and not just the tools, but do you have the right insurance policy? Do you, as a brokerage, we have insurance policies that cover us and our agents, but the agents also need to have their own, make sure they're protected and covered.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think a good brokerage will generally provide the tools for the agent, but it really, all of the all-encompassing kind of package of things they need to.
Sure. Sure. Jason, what's something that you're looking to accomplish in the next 5 years?
Well, I'm old. I am. I would like to retire in the next like 10 to 15 years, and so for me, the growth of the company has been really small. Like we don't recruit. You'll never receive an automated telemarketing style message from my company asking if you're happy with your brokerage. Everyone who's come to work here has come through relationships and friendships, or doing business together and
Sure.
really wanting to work together. Brokers talk a lot about the retention rates. I've only had 2 people leave. One got their license during COVID, never sold a house, decided it wasn't the right career and stayed with their daytime job. The other one had personal family reasons and left the area and decided that, I can't do anything about that.
Sure. Sure.
The other agents have all stayed. I think we've built really a good family here, a good group. And probably in the next 5 years, I need to expand that to meet my retirement goals and to do the things I want to do. I need to grow the company a little bit in the next 5 years.
What do you think that it's going to take in order for you to accomplish that? I mean, you have the background with growing, the sales team all up and down the East Coast.
The difference is I don't want to be a giant company. I really don't. I don't. I don't. I would never want to own a company that has 17 layers of management and thousands of people. The beauty of this is I had a good career most of my professional life, and so I get to do what I want, and I want to work closely with the people I work with,
Wow.
and so we're slow and methodical with our growth.
No, I think that's awesome. What's a legacy goal for you? What's the goal that you want to hit when you're no longer here?
Um, I just a legacy goal. That's interesting. I don't know that I work or live in a way to create a legacy for myself. But I would say that I definitely work and live in a way to help others have their lives be better. We could all, people who own small businesses in many cases like this could probably have a small team or be an individual producer and have an easier life and make the similar money or more. Um, but part of what I do is I love helping other people. And so on the professional side, I would say I would hope that the success of the agents that I'm working with today will always remember that I helped them and that I do help them. On the family side, my daughter just announced this, so I guess I can talk about it too. But I'm going to get my second grandchild this
Oh,
summer.
nice.
So since my first grandchild started kindergarten last fall, I spend one morning a week going over and having breakfast with her and getting her ready and walking her to school, and um, it's really really quite enjoyable.
That's
It's
awesome.
the best. I feel like I'm coming into the best part of my life because I have little to no responsibility for grandchildren, but all the joy that they bring in your life. So, um, yeah, I guess I'm looking forward to having my second grandchild and spending more time with them. And so, from a legacy standpoint, just helping encourage them to have fulfilling lives.
That's awesome. I think, that's one of the pieces, the flexibility of our business that a lot of agents forget about, and I did. In the early, I'm getting better at it, but at the beginning of my career, it was just work, 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 and like being able to say, hey, yes, I want to go over and help my grandchild and get ready for school and have breakfast. Like that's part of this business, the beauty of this business, and it doesn't always have to be chasing the next dollar or the highest dollar that you can make. Like yes, you can do that if you want, if that's your goal, but also there's that flexibility piece to where we don't have to work with a client or talk to a client at 9 a.m. if we don't want to. So it's awesome that you're designing your life that way, and hearing having that ability and the success with
Mhm.
it in this business as well.